All right, YouTube fam, it's your boy TK back at it once again. I've been delinquent on my videos, so it's gonna be maybe a 15-20 minute video. Cause I'm gonna review three classes. Honestly, I've been traveling. I was in Colombia, San Andreas. Um, then work is picking up for me, so just been kind of out of the loop on doing my review for classes. So I'm actually gonna review three classes. So listening skills for audio professionals, fundamentals of physical science. Those two classes you take together in a 4 week block, which, these double classes are, at least at this point for me, are kind of hard. Doubling up in a 4 week period is just, the amount of work it's a lot. It's a lot to take on. Then a third class is contemporary production techniques, which I just finished maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm in week two of the project portfolio 4 right now. But anyway, um, I'm in the I guess I'm on a back tail of things. I'm in the second year. Uh, got about maybe around 10 months left of the program. Um, things are starting to really get hard for me. Like I said, I work full time, and work is busy. Trying to be a father to my daughter. I get her every other weekend, so those are important days for me when I, have daddy daughter time. So life is just, starting to take its course, and these are the things they don't tell you when you are, trying to attempt to take, the undertaking of doing another degree. This is gonna be my second undergrad degree, and things are getting pretty difficult. Especially like two yeah, th- 2 or 3 classes in the past. I mean, I barely passed. I got like D's in them. Just honestly, they were really hard for me. Um, and at 52, I'm really like starting to second guess myself. Is this like, you know, um, I've been 20 some years in the government. I got about 3 more years left. I'm gonna retire. Trying to get into audio production at this stage of the game is really difficult. And I'm really second guessing myself. Is this like, is this something I'm gonna do? At age 55 when I retire from the government, try to run my own studio, and I don't know. I really don't know. So, listening skills for audio professionals. Um, it was an okay class. 4 weeks went by fast. We did a lot of. How can I say this? So we did a lot of like assignments that had to do with like listening. So basically, you had like this white noise, and each week we had to do like a different project. Like I think week 2 or week 3, you have to record some white noise, and then I use my H5 recorder, and they want you to record the space. Like, so I live in an apartment, so I had to do like 5 different recordings in the apartment to basically see how like recording in this apartment is. So like you do one right at the microphone, you do one maybe 5 feet from the microphone, and then like pick a couple of different spaces and distances from where you record. So um, I live in an urban. I live in Baltimore, so it's kind of loud here. So I mean, this is not a prime location for recording. Then we did some other like listening techniques. We did some other assignments. The class was okay. I did okay in it. It's just going over listening skills. Like you got to listen to like, so every week you'll have like an assignment where you have to like compare. So like I found those really hard because like you'll like, this is like it's like a program they give you, and so you go in and you listen to it, and then you got to like kind of match what you're listening to, and you got to get 10 right in a row. So I found myself like every week like doing 50 of them, to get those 10 in a row right, because there's like several like very small nuances that you have to pay attention to, and it's like, man, you need your headphones and you got to really 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 listen. And it's like, if you don't match perfectly, then you get it wrong, and then you got to restart the whole thing over. So like to get those 10 in a row right, I found like every week I was like, like I was saying, I was doing like 50 of them to get the 10 right, and spending an hour, 2 hours. By week three, I was so frustrated. I was just like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna, tell the professor like, hey, man, I did the best I can. I haven't got my 10 right, but this is what I got, you know, and just left it at that. So that was a hard thing for me in that class. And then on top of that, you're taking this dumbass fundamental of science class. So when I saw that class, I'm thinking like, what the hell does fundamental science have to do with audio production? And the whole class was basically doing like some experiments with like sound waves. And honestly, I thought the class was a waste of time. 4 weeks. Um, you do some experiments. They have like these 3D um, like model things that you do online, and you do these like 3D experiments talking about like different variations of sound waves. And every week you got to do like they had like this automated thing where you got to like go out on the internet, find a picture, and like on that picture and what is that, like the numbers program, go in and put the like put the directions of like how you think like the sound is moving and which direction. It was just, I mean, I didn't do good at science in high school. I really didn't take science in like my first undergrad. So like doing science all over, it was just, I don't know, man. I hated it. I didn't do, I mean, I did okay in the class to be honest, but I thought it was a waste of time, man. I mean, I really didn't really care for the class to be honest. So I didn't get much out of it. I just did it because it's part of the curriculum, and that's all I can say about that class. So it's a part of the curriculum. You got to take it. You got to muscle through it. You got to just get through it. Maybe some other people will get more out of it than I did, but I really didn't see like what was the purpose in having it. I mean, every week doing some different experiment on like sound waves. I mean, I still don't get it, but I mean, it's there, so you got to do it. Uh, I I really didn't get nothing out of the class to be honest, and I think I got a C in the class because I was so uh, involved in the listening skills class that I was just like, I was scrambled around like on a Sunday, Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening trying to get to work for the science class in, because like Sundays I was like when you have to have your all your weekly stuff in. So as far as like the listening skill for professionals, probably gonna need 30ish hours a week outside of class. The science class, you probably would need another good 20, 25 hours out of class. But honestly, I did not give that class that time and that attention. Um, yeah, it just, I wasn't feeling it and I just didn't like it. And at this point of the program, I'm just wondering, like I'm struggling in some classes, I'm doing good in others. And I'm just wondering, like, man, I got like 10 months left, man. I'm really struggling. Like, like, damn, is this really what I want? Or, why am I doing this? I'm a disabled veteran and I'm a part of the voc rehab, and yeah, I get, I'm getting money for going to school, which is nice. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, I got a master's degree. Like, do I really need another undergrad? Like, damn, bro. Like, and especially like the program is picking up and work and life is picking up, and it's like, uh, you know. And then contemporary production techniques. Another class. I mean, I muddled through, got a B in it. Uh, so in this class, we learn yet another DAW, Ableton. So in all honesty, I struggled through that class. I mean, for the first 3 weeks, I had Ableton Lite, which I didn't know. You actually need Ableton Live Suite, which is like a whole different program basically, because with the Lite, you're only limited to like 8 tracks, whereas in the Suite, you have like the whole program, which to come find out, Ableton is not a bad DAW to be in, but working in a light where you're limited on doing stuff because like each week you have a different assignment. So like you're learning Ableton, but like first week you do like a like a like a 2 minute song, and then it just gets more involved, and then by week four, you're making a basically you're making a song for a video, and so you know I'm like, man, like you learn one DAW, and then like as soon as you think you're learning that DAW, you learn the next class you're learning a whole another DAW, and it's like this is the third DAW that we learning, man. Like, can I learn Pro Tools or Logic and get proficient on that before we move on to another one? But now, we're in Ableton. And like I said, you know, I take the onus on it, but I was in light, and thank God, like we have the chat group, and you can contact other students and the professors. I mean, the professors at the school are wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're very helpful. But one of the students helped me that was in my class, and we both, like he saw that I was on the light, and I mean, from there I called the school. They got me squared away right away, and that's like one thing I love about Full Sail. Their help desk and their tech people are just, I mean, they got me squared away quick, fast, and in a hurry. Really appreciate that. But again, like learning a whole nother DAW, I mean, like damn, man, you know, I want to learn Pro Tools to get proficient on that, but like I said, like in contemporary productions, you will be learning Ableton. And just my advice and my suggestion is, once you start that class, like from day one, make sure that you're not only in Ableton Light, that you're in Ableton Suite, and make sure like if you don't have Suite, that you call the school and you get them to like give you the Ableton Suite. And I mean, it's a very robust DAW. I mean, you have a lot of stuff you can put in there, and that suite is a license, and like the school gives us that license. I mean, I don't know what the time frame on it is, but it's a wonderful, it's another wonderful DAW. But again, like this is the third DAW that we having to learn, and it's like, okay, like I'm in Project Portfolio 4 now. I'm jumping back into Logic and Pro Tools. I'm like, man, like I want to learn one DAW, get proficient on it, and then that way I can work with any other DAW. But like like every couple of months, like we jumping back and forth. And then like I'm looking at the, like at my class lineup for the next couple of months, and it's like, okay, like I'm doing all this music stuff. I'm trying to get proficient. I don't have a music background. I don't play any instrument, so I'm struggling. And then on top of that, like I'm in a project portfolio class, and I mean, really, week one just went by, and I'm fucking failing, and it's very frustrating because as a man, we don't like, as men I should say, like we don't like to do stuff that we're not proficient in or we're not good in. And I mean, I'm not doing well, and I'm struggling, and then I'm trying to keep up with the class. And these 4 weeks go by very fast, and the deeper you get into the program, the faster the classes and time moves. And again, like I'm at the point right now where I'm like, man, is this really what I want? Is it about the VA money? Is it about fulfilling a childhood dream of mine? I don't know, man. But like, man, like, this is really making me look at myself and my life and say, like, hey, man, is this like really something I really want to do? And then I'm trying to like do these videos and critiques of the class, and I mean, like I'm traveling, man. Like this year, like COVID is it's here, but it's kind of like going away a little bit, and like I'm traveling. Like I was in Colombia for like 2 weeks in February. It's March. I'm turning back around in April. I'm going back down to Colombia for a week. So like traveling, and then trying to keep up with the flow and work of the school is very hard too, because like you traveling, it's like you want to do other stuff, but then it's like, man, I still got this school that I got to get through, and I got to do these assignments, man. And it's like if you haven't never been in South America, I mean the weather's beautiful. So there's so many things to do, man, and like last thing on your mind is like I want to get my assignment done. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And then I'm gonna turn back around when I come back in April. I'm gonna be back in Colombia in July for like 3 weeks. So it's like that's like a whole class that I have to keep up with while I'm down in Colombia trying to do my thing too. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then trying to be a dad. I get my daughter every other weekend, and you know just life happens. But I guess I mean I'm doing the best I can with it. I'm struggling through it, But that's my 2 cents on those three classes. I mean, like the science class and listening are like you'll have those together, and then the production class is like by itself. So those are three classes that like you have in 2 months, and it goes by like pretty fast. So anyway, if you're watching these videos, you get anything out of it, I appreciate your support. Have any questions, or if I can help you, hit me up in the comments, and I will do the best I can to help you. Um, so real quick tidbit on the VA voc rehab program. Uh, Never hear from my counselor. I don't know who's my counselor. I have like an interim counselor. Really don't hear from him. Uh, every month I get a different amount of money. Never the same. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what the school VA people are doing or how they're verifying my attendance. Um, After every class, I'm emailing the school to get a like an unofficial copy of my transcript so I can send to the VA people so they can verify my attendance and everything. But again, uh, it seems like every month I'm getting like a different amount. I mean, like I'm supposed to be getting like I think 8.95, 90 something, which is like the new rate that they authorized like a year ago. But again, I've never actually gotten that whole full amount. It's like always been something different. And I've been going back and forth with my VA interim counselor to say, hey, this ain't right. He's looked into it, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's something fishy going on because like I look at my account every day, and like I know like what money goes in and what money goes out, and it's like when I brought it up to this guy, like mysteriously, like some money appeared in my account, but then I've been going through some stuff with that, so it's just like I don't know, man. But they're doing the best. They have a high attrition rate, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess not hearing from a counselor and the money's coming and the school's paid for, I can't complain. I mean, it is what it is. I guess no news and quiet is good news. So, um, yeah. But then, like, I had somebody in my comments say they wouldn't even approve them for going to Full Sail. So, like, I don't know, like, the rhyme or reason on the VA. Like, they approve some people to go to go to Full Sail, and then some other people can't go to Full Sail. So, like, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, like if I'm able to go to Full Sail and somebody else is in a voc rehab, they should be able to go to Full Sail too. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, that's our lovely government. But anyway, again, thanks for your support. If you're watching these videos, um, give me a like. Um, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, as everybody says. Yeah, um, struggling out here, trying to keep my sanity and keep you know keep this school thing going. I'm trying to see it to fruition so I can get that piece of paper. It'll be the second one. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Uh, when I finish this project portfolio I'll update right after. I gotta I gotta get back into the groove of things and keep this thing going. But anyway, thanks again. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.